what we're going to do in this video is walk you through the process of how you get subtitles, otherwise known as closed captions, onto your video. So as you can see on my One Drop Movement website, I've got a video there, and on any of my sales pages or home pages, or any of my videos, I always like to add the subtitles or closed captions, especially with video training, anything like that, because, well, there's several reasons why. The first is that there's a huge population of people that might well be watching your content or wanting to view your content when they're in a place that they either can't hear what you're saying, or they don't want everybody else to hear what you're saying. They might be watching something, they might be at work. And so you want to make sure that even if they've got their sound switched off, that you're able to communicate with them in a way that is right for them. Also, there's a huge element of the population that are hard of hearing, or that have a problem with their hearing in some way. So you want to make sure that if you want to attract everybody that you want to reach with your message, that people are able to read it at the same time as watching it. It will dramatically increase your conversions if you start to add subtitles and otherwise known as closed captions to your video. So how have I managed to do this so that my as I'm talking, my words are coming up word for word over my video? So again, see that I've got this video in my website and I'm not playing that sound automatically. Somebody has to click
step to the next
say
level,
that they want that
even
sound.
meeting that next level of you. So I want you to take a look around the website. Go.
Okay, so how do you do it? I'm going to walk you through that process right now. One of the easiest ways is to get someone else to do it for you. But if you don't have the money to be able to get someone to do it for you, this is how you can do it yourself. So I use so let's imagine you've created your video. Your video is just sat there on your desktop or wherever it is that you want to host that video. So let's have a look. I think the video, I've downloaded this video for the sake of showing you step by step through the process of doing it. So let's imagine you've got your video and it's just sat on your desktop or it's somewhere on your computer. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a website called rev.com. So rev.com. When you come to that, obviously you'll need to register. You'll need to create an account. And then once you're in, it costs you $1.50 for every file that you get transcribed effectively, so that it's going to transcribe it. But unlike Otter, so for example, you can do this through Otter, but it's a bit more complicated for you to do it through Otter. So I'm going to guide you to Rev, where a huge chunk of the job is actually done for you, which will make it easier for you. So if you've got a 5-minute video, it's just a no-brainer to do it this way, rather than having to, you've created the video, then you've got to go to Otter, you've got to leave Otter transcribing while you disappear off somewhere else, so that there's no sound affecting your audio. So it eats into your time if you're going to do it that way. This way you can just set it and forget it, and then your file is ready for you when it's ready. So let's imagine that I've created the video I want a video for my One Drop website. I know that I've got the file that's sat there on my desktop, and I want to make it so that the words are going over the top. So I'm going to come into Rev. We're going to come to here. I'm going to choose Captions, because that's what I want. I want captions. If you order subtitles, you'll just get the subtitles. If you order captions, I tend to find you get the option, once they've done the work, you can download subtitles, you can download the transcription. You've got lots more options if you order captions instead of just going straight for subtitles. So at this point, you can decide, I'm going to upload my file. So I'm going to click on upload, and then I can drag and drop that file over the top. I can drag it onto there. Or if you've already put that video up into your website, you can put the website URL there and direct them to the video from there. Or if you've got it in YouTube or Vimeo, you can just connect that video straight to your Rev account, and then it will do the work from there. I'm obviously not going to do this right now because I've already done it. So I'm going to show you what happens when you've got that file. So let's imagine they've already done the work, because they have. And now I've got my OneDrop website welcome. So I'm going to click on that. And what that's going to do is it's going to open it up for me so that I can just review it and go through it. Now, the reason I like using Rev is because if I use something like Otter, once the transcription is ready, I've then got to go through word for word and check it and make sure that every single word is exactly what it should be. And that takes a huge amount of time. Whereas if I order it through Rev are going to do that transcription piece, but then a human person in the Rev community is going to pick that transcription up, and they are going to go through word for word and just make sure that all of the words are as they should be, so that by the time you get to it, you might have a few little tweaks that you want to make to it. So you are going to read through it. You're just going to make sure that it does say what you want it to say. But there might be things like, for example, OneDrop wasn't capitalized, because how would somebody reading through that know that that's actually the name of the company? They just wouldn't. So I just went through and I capitalized the O and the D and the M on OneDrop movement wherever that was mentioned. So it's little tiny things like that. But now you're only having to work on capturing those little things, as opposed to going through the whole video word for word. So somebody else has already taken that weight and pressure off. So all you're doing is the tiny little details at the end. So if you play this video, you'll see that the words match word for word on the screen to what I'm saying.
Hello and welcome to the OneDrop Movement website. I, for one, am so delighted that you are here, because I believe that you wouldn't be here if you weren't looking to really take your business or your idea to the next step, to the next level.
Right, so let's say you've gone through, you've worked it all out, you've added capitalization where you think it should be, you've got everything exactly as it's meant to be. To go in and edit it, by the way, if you just click on it, you can then edit the word. So let's just make that a capital T just to show you. So you saw that change on the screen. I'm now going to just change that back so you'll see it change again. So let's say I'm now really happy with that file. So I'm going to, once I'm happy with it, I'm going to click download. I'm going to ask for the SRT file. So like, as I said, when you order the caption version, you get access to all of these different options as well, whereas you don't if you get the subtitles, or you didn't used to anyway. So I'm going to get the SRT file, because the SRT file is what I need to actually, I don't need that, it's already in there. The SRT file is what I'm going to need to be able to pull those subtitles over the video. So then you click download, that then downloads to wherever you're going to download. I've downloaded a few already, so it's probably a 1, 2 and 3. So now I've got my captions and I've got my video. So here's what I use to bring those two things together. I use Movavi Video Converter. I bought this, I think, last year or the year before, so there'll probably be a brand new version of this if you go to buy it. What I will say is I bought the entire suite thinking that I needed to, and actually I didn't need to. You could just buy Movavi Video Converter on its own, and you'll pay a lot less to buy just this one piece. I use this every single day. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our video in. So I'm just going to drag and drop the video in. Now, bear in mind that the video that I've just dropped in is the complete video. It's the one that already has the subtitles over it, but I'm going to show you how you can add the subtitles. So we're going to press edit. And to get the subtitles, so they work in this way, we're going to go and get our SRT file. So we're going to click on subtitles first of all. We're going to add, choose file, go and find where the file is. Okay, and now that SRT file is going to line up with the video. So you might see it play it over the top of the one that's already there now. So
hello and welcome to the OneDrop Movement website. I, for one, am so delighted that you are here, because I believe
there you go. So that's now connected up, and that's as easy as it is. Once that SRT file is aligned with all your words like it is, we're just going to press save and close. So we're going to convert that, as an MP4. Now, if you only want the words, the audio file, you can do all of that in Movavi. You can compress the file. So say you've got a file that's like 5 gig, you want to bring it down to 1 gig, you just click on this little drop down and you could move the little option. There you go, I'll just show you very quickly. So if you wanted to reduce that file size, you could bring it down, and you can see that goes up to low, medium, good, high, best, for example. I'm not going to do that with this video because I don't need to. It's only 73.9. So now that has exported it. Now I've got my video.
Hello and welcome to the One Drop Movement website.
So I would now upload that to either YouTube or Vimeo and connect that video in my website, or get your website developer to do it for you if you've got somebody that's doing that, or an admin. So all they're going to do is, wherever you've got your placeholder in your website design for a video, in the back end, all you're going to do is connect that video from wherever you're hosting it to this, whatever you're using, WordPress or Kartra or whatever you're using, Wix, to pull it through. And now you've got your video with your subtitles over the top, and it's very, very easy for you to do that yourself. So of course you can get somebody else to do it and you'll pay a lot more, or you can go into Rev, spend $1.50 a minute having somebody transcribe it and create the file for you. Go in, double check the wording, export the SRT file, open up Movavi, pull your video through into Movavi, click on subtitles, go grab where the subtitles are, save and close, and then export your video. Now you've got your video, and you could be doing this with all of your videos. And once you've invested in Movavi, which on its own, I think if I hadn't have bought the whole lot, I think it would have been about, I don't know, 40 or 50 pounds. You can then edit all of your videos using this. And then you just go to Fiverr and get the files as and when you need them. You can do it with Otter. So if you if you've got Otter as a software, if you've got that, then you can transcribe your all of your files. You can do that. I've got a pro account, so let me just go into Otter. And you'll see in any of the conversations that you've created, the files that you've already made. So let's look at Carl hypnosis. So I was speaking at an event a few weeks ago, and you'll see I actually recorded my session. So while I was speaking, I had Otter running, so it was capturing word for word all the things that I say. So I can go to share, and I can share that with somebody. So if I've got somebody, an outsourcer that's doing it for me, I can share this with them so they can take the transcription from there. Or I can export. So if I click on these 3 little dots in the corner, I can export the file, and I can export that as the transcript, and I can export it as the SRT file. So if you've got a pro account, you can download that. And again, it's just the same process. When you get into Movavi, you upload the SRT file, and word for word, it's connected to your document. It's just a lot more work, because you might need to edit your video. You might, let's say you've edited like this first part of it before introduce the meeting, we all wait, blah blah blah. So that was Carl speaking, right? So Carl said a load of stuff before I even came up on stage. Well, I'd want to edit that out, and now that's not going to match with the exact timing of my video. So it's just a pain in the arse. You've got a lot more fiddling to do. That's why I just like using Rev, because somebody has already done all that work for me, and all I've got to do then is just take the actual SRT file. As soon as they've done their bit, you'll get a notification in your Rev account saying this file is now ready. You go, you can download it, and you're just, you're doing it really quickly. So so that's what I would advise you do. And if you've got any questions, let me know.